Hello everyone, back on Oberon again for a very short video today. After dealing with all those Feigenbaum fractal stuff and all those complicated things I hopefully swallowed, successfully swallowed, I want to make some short videos with short examples for very tricky and nice things you can do with Oberon. And I want to show you one of this now. Okay. Everything started as I owned this old HP Omnibook XE3. I bought this because I found the name of this notebook in the hardware compatibility list of the ETHZ homepage from Oberon, which is now a little outdated. This machine was originally designed for Windows XP, as far as I know, and it's a very cool thing because it provides here some controls you can use for listening to music. I also have a small display here showing the CD tracks, or the more generally spoken the audio tracks you can hear, and it's very stable and fully functional, and I own it for a few bucks on eBay. Well, the problem I'm facing here is that the keyboard, unfortunately, is not a German one, which would not be really an issue to me, but it's also no English and also no US American. It's a Czech keyboard, I mean Czech with Czech Republic, and it has a lot of similarities with the German keyboard layout, but also some things that really do not match. I tried to come around with this problem by printing out a normal German keyboard layout so I could see the meaning of the respective keys. For example, this A umlaut here would be this key here, and this O umlaut would be this key here. So it's like a conversion table where every, let's say, German key has its respective Czech key, and by comparing this key with my printout here, I can find the key that I want. But the real trouble starts in another with another issue. As you can see here, let's start with the with this character X. This is this one. The character Y is this one. And now we have here a key with the greater sign and the smaller sign, and then comes the Shift key. And you can see that this key here is clearly missing. It's obviously part of this greater Shift key, which should be smaller, and this key is just not there. So if this key is just not there, the conversion table is not of any use for me, because these keys are just not present. And I also tried every other key here with the Shift and Control and all key that is possible, but those both signs here are not located to any other key. So with these Czech keyboard layout here, I don't have them on my system. So that makes this system, this whole notebook for programming purposes, quite useless. So what we're gonna do now? If I had Windows, I would try to change my system configuration to the Czech language, which would not be very convenient for me, or I would try to find a solution in some kind of forum on the internet, or I would just try. But because we are on Oberon, we can help ourselves, and I can show you now. So now you can see my solution. The system is up and running, and I wrote a small module here which is named KeyTool, and KeyTool contains only 2 procedures and 1 internal procedure, and what it does is very simple. I use a caret message, that is a message type, provided from the module Oberon, I think. And the caret message is a possible way to ask for the position of the caret. That means the document where the caret is placed, and also the position inside the document. This is what is done here. And this message is broadcasted here by this gadget system. And if this was successful, that means that carrier message text field isn't nil, then I open a writer here, a text writer, and I write a string to this position. And the string is just consisting of one character, respectively the greater or smaller character. And here you can see two procedures that are accessible from the outside, that are global. And I just invoke this function insert character with a greater or a smaller sign. And I made myself a little panel here with two buttons, one with a greater and one with a smaller sign. And if I select one of this and I start Columbus, you can see that this button is invoking a command, key tool insert greater. Or if I deselect this and select the other button, you can see it invokes a command, key tools insert smaller. So that means when I'm writing some text here and I need the greater sign, I just click here on the button and I get the greater sign. And when I need the smaller button, the smaller sign, I click here on this button and I get a smaller sign. So you can see, without having a respective key for greater and smaller signs, you can help yourself in Oberon by writing a simple tool, because this operating system is so flexible, it provides so many ways for you to help yourself that you don't need anything else from the outside. Okay.